What happened?
Oh, he just got bricked. He just got bricked. Yeah, he just got bricked. He just got bricked. Fuck the police! Oh, yeah! Oh, that's the police? Yeah!
That Nikki lady said Miss Nikki Joseph says they here.
Oh, where they at?
She said she saw us. Oh, look. So the cop did not let us go through, so we have to take another route, but we're on our way.
A whirlwind of the Lord is going forth in fury, a violent whirlwind. It will fall violently on the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord will not turn back until he has executed and performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days you will understand it perfectly. Whirlwind is the Hebrew word shiara, which means a hurricane. Jeremiah 23:19-20 can be translated like this: Behold, a hurricane of the Lord has gone forth in fury, a violent hurricane. It will fall violently on the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord will not turn back until he has executed and performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days you will understand it perfectly.
A historical twin storm nightmare potentially unfolding
in Wisconsin as people took to the streets in Kenosha after a police-involved shooting of an African-American man. It led to a curfew in the town. Police sounded an alert telling businesses to close after they said that they received several reports of armed robberies and shots being fired in the area. Live right now to Polo Sandoval, who's live outside the Kenosha County Courthouse, which I understand was vandalized, Polo?
Yeah, and what you see behind me, Robin, that's basically what was left behind. It is relatively peaceful now, but you could see basically some damaged garbage trucks that were used as a roadblock and also some riot police that are on standby, though it is relatively quiet right now. But really what we witnessed play out last night, it really was some tense moments after the shooting of a black man at the hands of the local police department. And before I show you the video itself, which I have to say it is very difficult to watch, it's important to also keep in mind what led up to it. According to Kenosha police, it was a call of a domestic disturbance. It is unclear exactly who initially called police, but in the video you will see a man that's now been identified as Jacob Blake, identified by Wisconsin governor. He tries to make his way towards the driver's side of a vehicle, try to make his way inside the vehicle, and that's when one of two officers opened fire multiple times. Before we play the video, it's also important to keep in mind that he is alive this morning. According to authorities, he remains still in serious condition. As you can imagine, that video is certainly going to be in the mountain of evidence. It's not going to be considered by authorities. It's also important to point out here what we don't necessarily.
Y'all would have been ready to arrest us right then and there. But if it was the other way around, y'all would have arrested.
It's Richie from Boston. It's the 23rd. It's August. It's the year 2020. And I just put a video up on Richie from Boston main channel. I got to break him up because YouTube is killing me. I put up that video that shows proof positive that what they're claiming is a virus that everyone needs to get tested and vaccinated for is literally and simply a chromosome or an exosome that is already existing in your body, and it's actually what fights off illness.
And I'm going to entitle it, I'm Sick of White People. And yes, I'm white. And the reason I'm sick of white people is because no matter how much fact, no matter how much scripture you all are presented with regarding who the Hebrews in the Bible were and who they are in the earth today, which would be the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, the Native Americans, the Aborigines, no matter what you're presented with, you still want to dispute this and maintain your superior, pompous, arrogant attitudes. And it makes me sick. I come across these so-called biblically based websites, and listed for the 12 tribes of Israel are all European countries. What is wrong with you people? You should be ashamed of yourselves. After everything these people have been through at the hand of the white man, slaughtered, ran off their land, sold into bondage, had their heritage stolen from them, would it kill you? Would it kill you to acknowledge the fact that these could be God's chosen elect? Well, evidently so. And unfortunately, in the words of King Solomon, there's nothing new under the sun. As a matter of fact, I'd like to read what King David had to say regarding this. And this is from Psalm 83. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They have a confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, that's you white people, Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagareans, Gebal and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, and with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Selah. So, yeah. You know, despite the fact that there's an African tribe with a piece of the Ark of the Covenant, and despite the fact that it's been proven that Native American tribes wrote in ancient Hebrew, a very, very ancient form of Hebrew, you still want to think that you're Israelites. And I hate to break it to you white people, but you are not. You are Edom. You are Edomites, the descendants of Esau, Jacob's brother. And I guess this is where that term comes from, the white man is the devil. Well, in this case, the truth, it hurts.
But there's a new South, new America. That's called white racial responsibility. And it's time we all took some, y'all. So let's take a little bit of white racial responsibility. Let's start by standing up against it. Let's recognize that in every American institution, education, financial, healthcare, justice, for God's sake, it's injustice. In the police departments, and our police officers, many of them. And when I talk, I'm not talking about all. I ain't saying all white people are bad. I'm saying we've got an evil called white supremacy in this damn culture. Stop being defensive. Get off your fucking ass and do something about it. Speak up. Don't ever listen. Don't ever ignore racism. If you hear something racist, fucking stand up as a white American. Take some fucking responsibility. It's the inaction that has always destroyed other peoples and other nations. It's the inaction. It's the indifference. It's that damn, oh, well, it'll take care of itself attitude. Oh, I don't see color. By God, you better fucking see color. If you don't see color, then how the fuck you gonna help it? How you gonna fix it? Our system sees color. Our culture sees color. We're indoctrinated to see colors. Don't tell me you can't fucking see color. Motherfucker, see color. See the black experience. See the brown experience. See what we did to Native Americans. See what colonization did. Look at what the Crusades did. Get educated. Open a fucking book. Read. Watch a fucking video. Watch Roots again. Watch Malcolm X. Do something. Think outside of the fucking white box. Black people live it every fucking day. Brown people live it every fucking day. Think beyond your own fucking experience. Think beyond your own self. Imagine the privileges that you have just because of your fucking skin. I ain't saying you ain't suffered. We all suffer. Stop being defensive. What I'm saying is that we get certain privileges. We're not harassed by the police. Okay? We're not denied a house loan or denied to live in a neighborhood. We're not uncomfortable living in rural America. I'm not uncomfortable living in rural America, but I tell you what, a lot of black people don't even want to fucking drive through where I live. Why? Racist. We're fucking racist. So I'm not saying white people are bad. Stop being defensive. I'm saying take some fucking responsibility. All people are equal. God made us that way. Well, let's knock this fucking supremacy out of our fucking country. So I'm just saying, white America, wake up. Look in the fucking racial mirror and look at what we have done. Look at how we benefit. And let's do something about it. Let's speak up. Let's vote. Let's create legislation and policies to fight against this shit. Let's make things fair and equal. Let's take some responsibility and never, ever, ever ignore any form of racism that you see or experience or witness. Always speak up and act up. Please. Thank you.
I know. And we were covering, and I talked to a farmer and his farm and the damage and the devastation that the Iowans are facing right now. I'm using this time to please find ways to help and whatnot. Thank you. I do try to cover other things. Watching from Hawaii, awesome. It's crispy. Hey.
Just let y'all know that we just got news out here that the police have shot a man in Kenosha 7 to 8 times while he was trying to walk away. He was just, from what we're hearing, he was trying to break up an altercation or so. And when the police showed up, he tried to walk to his van. He had children in the van. So I need my activists back at the crib to tap into Kenosha while we out here. We got 4 more days. 4 or 5 more after today. We got 5 more days, 5 more days total, I guess, to finish this walk. But we're gonna turn up in Kenosha when we get back. It's sad that a black man can't live in this life.
I'm so sick of it, dude. I'm over it. I'm not over it. I love you guys. Yeah, but being, man. Just give me a sec. Just give me a second. I just need to recruit. I need to regroup. Sorry about that.
This is an unlawful assembly.
We were caught between crossfire.
We all know February is Black History Month here in Babylon. So as a Gentile, I'm here to profess, Black people, you are Israelites, you are the chosen ones, you are a prestigious people. Your history is in the Bible. In order to better understand why you are Israelites, I'm going to bring forward two witnesses from Deuteronomy 28. And if you're not familiar with it, Deuteronomy 28 outlines the curses of the Israelites for not hearkening unto the voice of the Lord. Now I'll bring forth my first witness from Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So, because you didn't keep your end of the covenant, follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you've been cursed. Let's take a look at one of those curses and see if it applies. Deuteronomy 28:66 reads, And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. Now, I don't know about you, I live in America. Black people have no assurance of their life, and it's because you're Israelites.